is an ELT expert, soft skills trainer and career counselor with having more than 20 years of experience in teaching and career guidance at various reputed organizations. Sir has done his PhD at Kakatiya University, Warangal, PG/PE from CFL, Hyderabad with 3.28 GPPA. Sir has also presented various research papers, attended seminars and conferences at national level and international level. We are very privileged to have you with us, sir. Thank you.
Good morning, guys.
Good morning, sir.
First of all, I wish you a warm welcome.
Thank you, sir.
And just you are from BCom and BBA. Final years and second years? Okay. First, already Madam has already introduced me. I am a freelancer at various colleges and a trainer. Right? And today, I feel very happy to have a session with you, especially regarding your awareness. I want to give you an awareness regarding your career, right? And that most of you may have some doubts. What next after degree? Whether we can get a job or we can get a seat in higher education. Even after higher education, what can we do? How to achieve them? Is it clear? How to fulfill your dreams, ambitions? Is it clear? Yeah, you may have. Especially at this age here, I think most of you are in teenage. Am I right, madam? Is there in teenage? Just cross teenage. Yeah, what is teenage? 13 to 19 years. I think, yeah, you are at the end of teenage or just cross teenage. Isn't it? Yeah. In your teenage, yeah, you are distracted. You are distracted because of your teenage. Yeah, teased you. Your teenage teased you like anything. In your teenage, you might have distracted here. Because though your goal was something, you might have got distracted for various activities okay, in the society. Is it clear? But now it's time here to concentrate on your career. Is it clear? Right. Now, first I want to know how many of you are serious and how many of you are confident that you will get a good job with a minimum package of 6 lakhs or 10 lakhs per annum. Just raise your hands. 6 lakhs or 10 lakhs per annum. Yeah. What is the job? Okay. What is the job here you are thinking of? HR. Any other here there? Yeah, one girl here. See, let me tell you here. Yeah. Some of you are interested in here becoming IAS officers, but we don't know how to become an IAS officer. Some of you are interested to do a job in a bank as a bank manager, but we don't know how to achieve it. Is it clear? Right? Some of you are interested to become a scientist or a professor, but we don't know what to do. Is it clear? And so many say there is a lot of unemployment problem in India. Okay? So even if you work hard, if you don't get any job because there is no employment notifications from government side. Is it clear? So don't think of all these because you have plenty of opportunities in India. Is it clear? Right? Only thing you need to do is you have to equip yourself with the requirements. Is it clear? What is required for the job? what is required for the industry. Okay? If you equip yourself with the requirements of the industry, definitely job will be yours. Is it clear? Now I will begin here. Okay, one by one. First, most of you have only three options. Three options after your graduation. What are the three options here? Next. Most of you, anyone after higher education also, we think of employment. Employment, first preference will you give for private employment or government job? Private job. Why private job? Why not government job? What is the reason? Say. Salary will be more in private job. Yeah, you are in such a feeling here, salary will be more in a private job. But let me tell you, in engineering colleges, I am from engineering college, I am a trainer. In engineering colleges, the software jobs, especially software jobs, you are crazy for software jobs, so many. And you think they will get a high salaries. But you know, in engineering colleges, starting salary for 90% of the students, okay, as freshers, their starting salary will be just 3 lakhs to 4 lakhs per annum. That means 25,000 to 30,000 per month. Is it clear? And if it is 30,000 per month, the take-home salary will be just 17 to 20,000 per month. Right? This is the fact. 90% of the students from engineering colleges who are joining in software jobs, their salary is, okay, average salary I am saying, that is just 3 lakhs to 4 lakhs. Okay? But you know, a 4th class employee, an attender in a government job, attender in government job, he will get minimum 3 lakhs per annum with a 10th standard qualification. Even 8th class standard qualification, he will get minimum 3 lakhs per annum. Okay? For a typist junior assistant, the salary will be around 4 lakhs per annum. Is it clear? Just a typist, okay, like that. With the degree qualification, if you get any job, the minimum salary you will get is 8 lakhs to 9 lakhs per annum. With your degree qualification, the jobs in government jobs. Is it clear? Don't think here in government jobs salary is less. Is it clear? Right? Moreover, there will be more security, more comfortness in government jobs. Is it clear? Right? Of course, in private jobs also, there will be levels. The students from IITs, students from NITs, they will get around 30 lakhs, 40 lakhs, 50 lakhs per annum. The students from IITs, NITs in private sector. That is different. Is it clear? Now, and next one is here, some are not interested to do any job. They are interested to have their own business, self-employment. Is it clear? Right? Okay, that is second one. Another option available to you is higher education. Okay? What are the opportunities you have with your BCom degree or BBA degree? I will let you know. Is it clear? Right? First, let us come to employment sector. Next, first let me tell you here, for BCom students especially, and BBA students, next to BBA students, the best industry for you is banking industry and insurance industry. And this is the industry which provides at least 1 lakh to 1.5 lakh jobs every year in India. This is the biggest organization that provides jobs every year. Is it clear? You know, recently there is a lot of expansion in the banking sector. Is it clear? Right? Every village has one bank. If there is no bank in that village, they are opening new branches. Even with the increase in the population, so in every corner of the city, there will be one bank. Is it clear? Even private banks are coming, government banks are coming. Okay? Now I will tell you only first government sector banks. You know, you can write minimum 10 to 12 exams in banking sector for a job. Is it clear? Within 1 year, you can write 10 to 12 exams for a job in banking sector. Is it clear? So let me tell you, first one is IBPS. All of you, if you have notes, you can note down, no problem. IBPS, Interbanking Personal Selection Board. IBPS, Interbanking Personal Selection. This this board conducts exams on behalf of all nationalized banks. All nationalized banks, except SBI, remaining banks, all. Okay? You know, Indian Bank, okay, Punjab National Bank, okay, like that, various banks. Yeah, now here, some are merged here now, all nationalized banks, now they are merged into 12 banks, I think, nationwide. So, on behalf of all nationalized banks, this IBPS conducts exams twice in a year. Twice in a year. Okay? That is for POs. POs means probationary officers. That means bank managers only. Next, it conducts exams for clerks. It conducts exams for SOs, specialist officers. Is it clear? For POs, for bank manager jobs, any degree is eligible. BCom, BBA, BSc, MBBS, even BE, anyone is eligible, any graduate is eligible for these jobs. Is it clear? But okay, minimum score is here 60%, and some banks demand 65% in degree. Is it clear? And for clerks jobs, clerks come cashier jobs, minimum eligibility is degree with 50%, minimum 50% marks. Is it clear? Clerk come cashier. For specialist officers, minimum qualification is any professional degree like agriculture, BSc, okay, or BTech computer science, or electronic science, or horticulture. Like that, some professional degrees are required. Is it clear? So, every 6 months you can see notification, one notification for POs, one for clerks, one for specialist officers. Means within 1 year, you will get minimum 5 to 6 notifications only from IBPS. And next one is the SBI. SBI is another biggest organization. All state banks, State Bank of Hyderabad, State Bank of Mysore, State Bank of Maharashtra, like that, all state banks are merged into SBI. Okay? This SBI will conduct a separate exam for POs, probationary officers, for clerks, and specialist officers. It will release, SBI will release minimum 3 notifications within 1 year. Right? Next one, RBI. Reserve Bank of India releases at least 1 notification for grade B officers. Okay? Now, NABARD, National Agricultural and Rural Development Bank, it releases 1 notification, okay, calling here development officers. Next, district cooperative banks, rural banks, they will release separate notifications for PO level and clerks level. Is it clear? So now you can count here number of notifications, okay, in government banks only. Minimum, how many here? 6, 3, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 12 to 13 notifications will be released every year only from the banking sector, that is for nationalized banks. And you know what is the syllabus? What is the syllabus? Just 10th standard mathematics, 8th, 9th, 10th standard mathematics, which is called quantitative aptitude. Quantitative aptitude means they test your aptitude. Is it here? Yeah, whether you can analyze the problem quickly, whether you can solve the problem quickly. So the syllabus, if you see here, all the chapters here available in 8th, 9th, 10th, time and work, profit, loss, average, ratios, okay, work, is it here? Speed, calendars, like that here. That is very easy. But only thing is here, these 8th, 9th, 10th students, they solve the problem taking 5 minutes, 10 minutes. But you need to solve the problem within 1 minute, sometimes only 40 seconds, 36 seconds. Is it clear? You need here quick grasping, quick analyzing, quick problem solving skills. Is it clear? Right? And second section is reasoning, coding, decoding, number series, like that. Okay? That is reasoning. Third section is English. English also not up to degree standard, just it may be here 10th to intermediate standards. English. Okay? And a little bit GK, especially the GK related to current affairs and some GK related to banking terminology that you come across in your commerce. Isn't it? In your BCom, you might have come across all those. Is it here? So this is the syllabus for all these exams. Is it? Quantitative aptitude, reasoning, English and GK. Is it clear? Right? And even private banks also here, they will recruit candidates like HDFC, Kotak Mahindra. Is it clear? Like that, these private banks, ICICI, they conduct exams for final year students. They conduct exams for final year students with the same syllabus, quantitative aptitude, reasoning, English and GK. Is it clear? But they will take the students as interns only. They will give 1 year training, okay, in the banking diploma, in the banking transactions. They will give one training for 1 year, and they will observe during the training period also. They will offer money. They will offer stipend, monthly 25,000 or 30,000, like that. They will offer some stipend during the training period, and after that they will be observed into the bank, at least as a deputy manager. Okay? Is it clear? Assistant manager, like that. So this is the option for private banks. Is it clear? And next one is insurance sector. Here like LIC, even GIC, General Insurance Corporation, or United India Insurance Corporation. Is it clear? And these insurance corporations also release the notifications for their insurance jobs, especially in the name of AOs, administrative officers, assistant administrative officers, and assistants, like that. And the minimum qualification is degree, and the syllabus is same. Okay? Is it clear? Right? And next one is here, next biggest organization in the government sector is railways. Railways recruit nearly 60 to 70,000 candidates every year. Out of those 60-70, around 25 to 30,000 are only non-technical jobs. Non-technical. Is it clear? And the remaining 35,000 jobs are technical. Okay? So for these railway jobs also, you are eligible, degree qualification, any degree, and assistant station master or TCs, like that. You are eligible, and the syllabus is same: quantitative aptitude, reasoning, okay, English, GK. See, if you are ready, okay, with the requirements for the exam, yeah, you can crack it, you can get a job. Is it clear? It's not a big issue. Next one I would like to tell you is, next industry is your defense sector. In the defense sector, you will get minimum 8 notifications in 1 year. 8 notifications. From Indian Army, 2 notifications, Navy 2 notifications, and Air Force 2 notifications. And apart from these, another exam, CDS, Combined Defense Services, there are 2 notifications every year. Every 6 months, 1 notification. And remember, guys here, remember, even for the last 4 or 5 years, even girl students are equally given opportunities on par with boys. You are also eligible. And don't think defense sector means you need to take a rifle and go to battlefield and fight with the enemy. Don't think like that. You will be appointed as an officer with your graduation. Is it clear? Right? And there will be so many branches in the defense sector. You can join in flying branch, you can join in logistics branch, you can join in technical branch, ground duty branch, administrative branch, education branch. Like the different branches will be there. You can choose your interested branch. Is it clear? And you know the package is best now here. The salary is around here 10 lakhs per annum. Okay? And other facilities, all best facilities will be there. Okay? So all now women candidates are eligible. You can go through University Entry Scheme, UES. University Entry Scheme is one. And technical entry, that is for technical graduates. Okay? You can write here this OFCAT, Armed Forces Common Entrance Test. You can write here CDS, Combined Defense Services. And if there are NCC candidates, without written test, directly you can attend the interview, which is called SSB interview. And NCC is there, madam, here? NCC students with C certificate, they are directly eligible, for attending the interview without any written test. Is it clear? Right? So you can opt for these jobs also, and life will be very bright. Is it clear? Next. Next one is here. So many of you, those who are interested to become IAS officers. Okay. UPSC, Union Public Service Commission. Okay, that will conduct exams. Okay, for Group A, Group B level jobs of highest level jobs in India. For those jobs, exams will be conducted by UPSC, Union Public Service Commission. Okay, and IAS means not just only IAS here, IPS, IRS, Revenue Services, Railway Services, Postal Services, Defense Services, like that. Nearly 33 departments will be there. So, only IAS officer will be in the public life directly, IAS and IPS. Remaining here will not, be in relation with public directly. But there are 33 departments, is it here? And you can get a job. But remember, for IAS, you need to be very serious. At least 1 year preparation is required if it is properly planned. Is it clear? Because almost you need to attempt at prelims minimum 2 papers, at prelims level 2 papers. In the mains level, you need to have to write here 9 papers. Is it clear? 4 GS papers, general studies papers, 1 general essay paper 5, 1 Indian English 6, Indian language 7, is it clear? Optional 2 papers. Total 9 papers you need to attempt. Is it clear? And it all depends on here your awareness and your preparation on general studies. Is it clear? Right? You need to prepare up to 12th standard here, 6th to 12th standards books, all subjects here, economy, polity, geography, history, IR, international relations, like that, science and technology, environment, disaster management, is it clear, sir? physics, chemistry, okay, science and technology. All these subjects, 6th to 12th standard knowledge is required. Besides that, and you should have in touch with current affairs. You have to, okay, use your current affairs knowledge with the basic knowledge, and you have to prepare at least for 1 year so that you can get some confidence. That is for UPSC exam, okay, top level exam, right? Next best exam, if you are not serious, that much serious, next level to IAS officer, like income tax officers, okay, excise inspectors, vigilance officers, auditors, accountants, okay, for which commerce graduates are eligible, okay, accounts officers, is it here? And even officers in central government secretariat, under parliament, under every ministry, okay, one IAS officer, secretary will be there, okay. Next level jobs are from this one, okay, that is, okay, SSC CGL, Staff Selection Commission, combined graduate level exam, okay. Through this exam, you can join, okay, you can become an income tax officer, you can become a vigilance officer, anti-corruption. Is it clear? Right? You can become an officer in foreign embassies. You know foreign embassies? Our government will have embassies in other countries, okay? And their governments will have, okay, their embassies in our country, and the officers appointed will be called as ambassadors or high commissioners, okay, who will be IAS officer. And next level jobs are from this one only, CGL, combined graduate level exam. Is it clear? And this is easy here compared to, okay, IAS job, civil services. Even syllabus is very less. Okay? And what is the syllabus? Same as banking. That is quantitative aptitude, reasoning, English, GK. And GK percentage will be very less. Okay? And remember, there will be no interview. There will be no interview. If you score good marks in the written test, job will be definitely yours. No need to think that, okay, politics, some bribe or something like that. No need to think like that. If you score good marks, definitely you can get the job. Is it clear? And it will be at 3 levels. First level will be, okay, prelims, second mains, is it clear? And third level is written test, okay, conventional type, like essay writing or, okay, letter writing like that. Third level will be only for testing your, okay, language proficiency. Marks are not counted from the third level. Okay? First level prelims and mains marks will be counted for merits. Okay? Next, even with intermediate qualification, now you are eligible. All of you are eligible. That is called the CHSL, Combined Higher Secondary Level Examination. Is it clear? Just who is eligible? Just +2. Intermediate candidates are eligible. Who have cleared intermediate, who have completed intermediate, and minimum age limit is 17 years only. And you can write that exam. Is it clear? And you know here, you said here government job salary is less. With intermediate exams, intermediate level exam, combined higher secondary level exam, and starting salary will be around 5 lakhs per annum. Means 40,000 per month. 40,000 per month. Is it clear? Now in the coming April you can see the notification. Okay? And exam will be in the month of July, that is July last week or August first week. You can start preparation for this CHSL. Is it clear? Even with the 10th standard also one more exam is there. Okay, conducted by Staff Selection Commission. That is called MTS, Multitask Staff. Okay? And see guys, here what I am covering is, these are the exams conducted every year, and the notifications will be regular notifications. Notifications will be regular notifications only. Okay? So up to here, regular notifications. Then you can see groups like Telangana, TS, PSC or APPSC. Okay? These are related to purely state government. Okay? But I don't suggest you to prepare for these exams because notifications are not regular. Once in 5 years, once in 10 years, you may get one notification. Is it clear? And there will be lot of competition. And even if the news comes in the newspaper, okay, next month, okay, notification will be released. If the news comes also, there is no guarantee it will be released even after 6 months. Is it clear? That's why I don't suggest. And for these groups, group 1, group 2, group 3, okay, there is no guarantee for regular notifications. And syllabus includes only GK for these. Group 1, group 2, group 3, most of the syllabus is GK only. And remember, if you prepare for IAS level, okay, you can appear for this group 1 also. Because syllabus will be same, 70% of the syllabus will be same, just 30% will be related to that particular stage, okay, in group 1. Is it clear? So that's why you have better concentrate for UPSC exams or Staff Selection Commission exams. Is it clear? Right? Next. Now, see, even public sector units like BSNL, okay, MTNL, Bell, ECIL, Electronics Limited, okay, and ECIL, Electronic Corporation of India Limited, next DRDO, HAL, Hindustan Aeronautical Limited, okay, DRDO, Defense Research, okay, and Development Organization, BARC, Baba Atomic Research Center, ISRO, Bell, Heavy Electrical Limited, NTPC, ONGC, IOCL, SAIL, Steel Authority of India Limited, Gas Authority of India Limited, GenPost, Transport. These also here, they release the notifications separately every year. But the number of jobs will be very less. And don't think these are only for technical jobs. Even for non-technical jobs also, they will release the notifications. Is it clear? Right? Okay. Next, police department releases separate notification. Next, TSRTC releases separate notification. Education department, they release notifications for teachers, lecturers, professors. You know, for teachers, what is required here? Minimum B.Ed or B.Ed. Okay? Is it clear? And don't think here, okay, teachers are getting less salary. Government teachers are getting good salary. Even a school assistant who teaches 10th class, up to 10th class, okay? Is it clear? They are getting around, okay, with the starting salary is around 50,000 to 60,000 per month, starting salary. Okay? Is it clear? So, if they teach in Navodaya schools, Kendriya Vidyalaya schools, army schools, model schools, their starting salary is minimum 60,000 per month. Okay? So, just what is the qualification? Degree plus B.Ed. That is the qualification. Okay? So, next, for lecturer you need here. For degree college lecturer, you need to get at least one PG degree plus you need to qualify in NET, National Eligibility Test. Is it clear? For professor, minimum PG, even some are asking PhD with the NET qualification. Is it clear? Right? Next. Yeah. See, IBPS conducts exams on behalf of all these nationalized banks. Okay? Next. Move fast. Next. Yeah. Now, let us come to private sector. In private sector, most of the jobs, okay, available are software jobs. Software jobs and some are hardware jobs. Is it clear? In software jobs, especially with your degree for BTech graduation with CSE background, okay, they will get good jobs as a programmer, okay, as developer. But remaining BCom computers, even IT, BTech IT students, is it clear? Even BSc computer students, these get just tech support jobs only, IT sector only. Okay? So, generally salary will be not more than 50,000 per month. Is it clear? Maximum I am saying for tech support. Okay? If you are a developer, if you are a programmer, okay, you can get a good salary. Is it clear? Right. Next, call center jobs and BPO jobs. BPO jobs, you know, business processing, outsourcing jobs. Is it clear? Right? Especially for accounts, BCom students, for accounting purpose, yeah, most of the BPO jobs will be available. Okay? Next, marketing sector, sales, retail, wholesale, distribution. Okay? Next, insurance sector, finance, HR and management, banking and automobiles industry. These sectors will provide more jobs for commerce students and the BBA students. Is it clear? Right. Next. And what to do? For software jobs, if you want software jobs. Okay. Remember, nowadays, the software companies are not asking any BTech degree or MTech degree, any basic degree. Just they are asking your skills. Is it clear? Even anyone, okay, can go to Amirpet or any nearby area and get command over programming languages. Okay, like this, for example, C, C++, and at least one programming, one other language, one other programming skills and certificates like MATLAB, Java, .NET, Embedded C, Verilog, Python, CAD, COM, like that. Minimum basic knowledge here, C language basic or Python basics. Is it clear? And having basic knowledge is not enough. With that basic programming language, you need to do projects. Is it clear? Okay, I know here how degree final year students are doing projects. They will purchase projects outside by paying 5,000, 6,000 like that, and right, they will change the cover pages. They will change the cover pages. They write their names, and on the same project they get trained, and they submit the project as their project for their graduation degree. Not only degree students, even BTech students, except NITs, okay, IITs or central universities, most of the graduates just they purchase the existing projects with the documentation, they change the cover pages, and they just get trained on the same, and they will submit as their projects. Okay? That will not help you anymore. That will not help you anymore for a job. Is it clear? Because these software companies, okay, when they visit a campus for recruitment, what do they ask is, definitely one question will be, what is your project? If you explain your project, just by seeing the title of the project only, they will identify whether it is already existing or whether it is new. Okay, definitely they will identify because they visit various colleges. Is it clear? Right? And they are experts already. Just by seeing the title, they will say it is already there. What is new in this one? Okay? And they will ask another question. What is that? Okay, this is your project. It is already existing. What is your contribution in the project? What is your contribution means? what is the new added by you in that existing projects? If at least 10%, 15%, 20% novelty is there, from your side, they will consider it, it's okay. Otherwise, it is just like a copy paste only. Even in schooling, our teachers used to give us projects, Immediately for that project, we used to go to internet and download the copies and present it the same, copy paste. That is not the project. Because you are graduates, something new should be added. If you get comment over one language, that is one programming language, do one project on that one. That is one. Is it clear? Then get hands-on experience. Hands-on experience means if you work anywhere as an intern, is it clear? You can show that certificate. I have this experience. I was an intern, for 6 months or 3 months. So I have practical knowledge over it. I can apply it. Like that you can defend yourself. Otherwise, you can't convince. Is it clear? Whether it is for HR jobs, for BBA students or BCom computer students, whoever it may be, just if you have that knowledge is not enough, having projects, adding something new from your side, is it clear? And having practical experience in that domain will fetch you a job. Is it clear now? Right. That you have to remember. Next, other skills they will test is your good communication skills. Just if you have knowledge, that is not enough. How will they come to know you have knowledge? Only when you express. When you answer to their questions, you can convince them. Otherwise, you will not be selected. Next one is your soft skills. Soft skills means your attitude. Remember, guys, most of the companies, they prefer the candidates who have good communication skills, who have good soft skills. Soft skills I mean here, your personality traits, whether you are confident, whether you have team spirit, whether you have leadership qualities. Is it clear? Right? Whether you can lead a team, whether you can do a project independently. Is it clear? Whether you have good listening skills, whether you can grasp it quickly. Because most of the companies, after giving you a job, they won't send you directly onto the job. They won't provide you any work first. After joining, they will train you according to their needs. Is it clear? Whatever subject knowledge you have, this is not enough for them. Is it clear? And no more required here. Is it clear? So, they will train you according to their requirements. During the training, whether you are following them, whether you are able to grasp them quickly, and whether you can adapt them and execute them, after understanding, they will see those skills. There your listening skills, quick grasping skills are required. Is it clear? So they see that type of nature. Adaptability, quick grasping and implementing, team spirit, leadership qualities. Is it clear? And these come time management, stress management, all these come under soft skills. These are required. Next one is here, strong verbal, quantitative aptitude and reasoning skills. Because for software jobs especially, your reasoning skills, your logics, your aptitude, those are very, very important. Is it clear? Who will excel in the software job? Who will learn programs and write a program quickly? Who have command over language? Who have command over logic? And especially some logarithms, data structures, is it here? And DBMS, optimization techniques, is it here? These are required. Those who are good at data structures, those who are good at PTSD. What is that here? Okay, that is probability, okay, theory, is it here? Right? And optimization techniques. These here are required, okay, for software jobs. And yeah, now here okay, madam has asked me here whether you can provide any internship or okay, any jobs like that. And commerce graduates, I can assure you, if you get here command over one language, especially recently there is a lot of demand for Salesforce, okay, that is one complete programming package. Is it here? Just if you practice okay, if you get through that one, if you learn it here, especially for commerce graduates, you can have a bright future. This is one. Another one is SAP courses. Okay? If you do SAP courses also, you will have demand. These two I can suggest you for commerce graduates. Is it clear? Next. Yeah. Next one. Yeah. Now I will let you know the best options for you for higher education in India. In India, what is that here? Integrated PhD. Okay, in central universities and in research centers, there are opportunities for integrated PhD. Especially for BBA and commerce, I can suggest you the best one is only MBA plus PhD. MBA plus PhD or MCOM plus PhD. This is the best option for you for higher education. So, and let me tell you, MBA, BBA students remember or BCom students remember, doing MBA in state, these colleges, MBA colleges, your salary will be not more than 4 lakhs, 5 lakhs or maximum 6 lakhs. Is it clear? Even sometimes just 3 lakhs only. If you do your MBA in these, okay, MBA colleges in Telangana or in private MBA colleges. But if you do your MBA in IIMS, Indian Institute of Management Sciences, IIM, Indian Institute of Management Sciences. Now, there are around 19 IIMs throughout India. The old ones are 7 and total now 19 IIMs are established in India, and these old 7 are world famous IIMs, world famous. If you do MBA there, your package will be, average package I am saying here, it will be around 40 to 50 lakhs per annum. 40 to 50 lakhs. Average. In the worst case, the last student, he will get here minimum 20 lakhs or 25 lakhs per annum. That is for an MBA graduate from IIMS, Indian Institute of Management Sciences. Is it clear? Then how can you get a seat in MBA in IIMS? IIMS? Through CAT exam. Common Admission Test, CAT. Is it clear? And you know, the exam will be in the month of November only. October, November only. Notification will be released in the month of August. And so many students here in Hyderabad, they take 1 year preparation. Sometimes 1 year long-term coaching, or they sincerely sit for 1 year on their own. Because while you are in final year only, for the final year students already the exam was over. Now the results have been released also. Is it clear? You might have missed that exam. But now here, even after your final year also, for next exam, next October or November exam, you can start your preparation now itself. Is it here? Second year students, better start now itself during your final year. Final year means after this summer, next coming year, August, the notification will be released. In October or November, you can write the exam. That is the best option for you. Okay, for doing MBA. Is it clear? Right? So, what is the syllabus only? Quantitative aptitude and English. That's it. 40 questions from quantitative aptitude, 40 questions from English. But only thing is here standard is high. That doesn't mean, okay, that is from intermediate mathematics or degree mathematics. No, 10th standard only. But questions will be very logical, very twisty. Is it clear? English also you need to have good vocabulary, good reading comprehension skills. Is it clear? Just 40 questions from English, 40 questions from this aptitude. That's enough. Okay? But it requires a lot of preparation. Second year students can start preparation now itself. Right? Okay. Next one is, that is the best option for you. And another exam I can suggest you is, for any PG program, better do your PG in central universities or NITs, even IITs like that. You may ask me, sir, do we have MBA course in NIT? Yes, you will have. Okay? In NIT, National Institute of Technology. Don't think they offer only a BTech and MTech. Okay? They will offer your course MBA also. Is it here? Even central universities, you can do, okay, MCOM, you can do MBA in central university. In central universities, see, there are 44 central universities in India. Out of 44, 42 are specially meant for languages, arts, and 42 central universities and 1 or 2 private universities. Altogether, 144 universities. They conduct one common university's entrance exam, that is called CUET. CUET, Common University's Entrance Exam, PG. Is it clear? Right? So generally every December it will be released. Notification will be released in the month of December. Right? So if you write that one, there will be 2 types of exams. One is general test, general paper, another one is subject paper. In the central universities, you can go for MBA, you can go for law, you can go for B.Ed, okay? That is, okay, 2 years of B.Ed, is it clear? PG come B.Ed, right? You can go for psychology, you can go for geography, or you can go for any anthropology, you can go for sociology, or any PG of your choice, or MCOM, okay? Any PG you can opt, because there are 144 universities and 42 universities are purely central universities funded by central government. You know the value of central university. Okay, hundreds of acres of campus, big libraries, big buildings, okay? Highly qualified professors. Okay, you can have good atmosphere in that one, and within 2 years you can grow up a full citizen. Is it clear? And you can experience a lot, and you can plan your career for any job. Okay, leisurely without any stress. That is another one. CUET is the best exam. Okay. Next exam is here. See here. Other exams, you can write CAT, even CMAT also. Through CMAT, you can get MBA seat in the NITs, IITs, CMAT. Okay? And another one is, okay, SET, so that is different. Those are for science exams. Next, if you want to do MCA. Some students with maths background up to intermediate and with BBA or BCom, they are eligible to write a NIMCET, N-I-M-C-E-T. Writing NIMCET, you can get MCA seat in NITs, MCA seat in NITs, National Institute of Technologies. That is also best option for computer science, right? Next, here, Telangana government, you know, Telangana government releases TSPG set, Telangana State Post Graduation Common Entrance Test, PG set. Okay, and now on behalf of all universities, Telangana government, Usmania University, or Kakatiya University, or some other university will conduct one common entrance test for PG courses. Okay, through that one also you can do your PG, MCAR or MBA or like that. That is another option. Is it clear? Now, next. If you want to do your education abroad, my best suggestion to you is MBA or MCOM, for which you need to write here GRE exam. If it is in US, definitely GRE will be considered, right? Otherwise, for MBA, only to do MBA, you need to write GMAT, Graduate Management Aptitude Test. Okay, GMAT. Okay, in that one, what is that? Okay, quantitative aptitude and English will be given in GMAT. Through GMAT, you will be eligible to do your MBA in 3,000 business schools all over the world. Even in India also, all business schools will consider the score of GMAT. They will consider Indian business schools, they will consider CAT score, they consider GMAT score, they consider MAT score also. Is it clear? Right? GMAT is the best one to you do your MBA in business schools. Okay, international business schools. And plus GMAT plus you need to write a TOEFL, test of English as foreign language, which will be preferred by US. And other exams, if not TOEFL, you can write IELTS, IELTS. Okay? International English Language Testing System. Or you can write PTE, Pearson Test of English. Okay? So, these are language related exams. TOEFL, IELTS, PTE are language related exams. Only English language, your skills, okay, your skills in listening, reading, writing and speaking. Those skills will be tested. Okay? So, these are the exams for higher education abroad. Next. Yeah. So, for any queries, that is my WhatsApp number. You can WhatsApp number, that is WhatsApp number, and that is my mail ID. For any queries, okay, you can send the.
And the Department of Commerce for organizing this event and for always encouraging its students to strive for excellence. I would like to extend our gratitude to Mr. P. Srinivas Reddy sir for taking time out of your busy schedule and enlightening us on career opportunities in employment and higher education. Thank you, sir. It was very helpful for us to know about various examinations and jobs in our field of study. Last but not least, I would like to thank the audience for your interest and attention. Thank you all. Have a nice day.